Today, from Austin, Texas, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Austin Desperados taking on the Houston Gunners.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we reach Week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the Houston Gunners and the Austin Desperados. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Austin team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway from the Texas Capitol. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Caps. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Caps. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10. as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Caps. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Camps. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Minor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 2nd down and 3. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. They'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So now for the second time already here in this quarter, on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin into the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run the option left, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Up the middle they go. Temple, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with the option. Coming right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Caps. And that will be incomplete. So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Austin's offense ready to go again.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
He'll keep it himself.
Pushes past him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Desperados have taken the lead.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Houston set to take over. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Colvin, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin, and that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. To throw on second down. Caps, and he can't escape, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Dancing to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Caps. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal was to score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, what a move. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. On first down, Camps. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw on third down, Camps. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll kick things off with a trip up to Ford Field. Detroit hosting Chicago in an NFC North battle. And in the late stages of the first half, it's the Lions who are out in front. The Lions locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
He's going to keep this again.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Temple, a little juke. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on 1st down. Colvin, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here.
And they'll accept that penalty.
On 2nd down, Colvin. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Boston's offense ready to go again. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Fields on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll try and run the option left side. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, Minor, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Fields. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's now 13-8. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Houston's offense taking over again. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Temple. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a 3rd down gain of 10 to pick up the first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run right on the option. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. And that flag accepted. On 1st down, they go option to the right. Now a handoff up the middle. Colvin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Caps. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. Wide open receiver complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Caps. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Gunners have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
They'll try and throw for it, and this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's going to keep this again.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Caps. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. To throw on 2nd down. Caps. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. They come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down now. Minor takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Now a first throw here in overtime. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Back to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football and probably 3rd down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Caps. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Caps. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So it's all going to ride here on the left foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for our visitors, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.